remember I was very nervous with acting with her on the first scene, but she reassured me that it was gonna be okay, and she's like, focus on me, and that really helped. And our next scene together, I was way less nervous, and she's super sweet, unlike her character, the evil queen, of course.
We here at Young Entertainment are all about masterclass moments and learning from talent in the field, such as yourself. So we like to ask questions about the process of, your journey through the industry, and in particular with Snow White. So we're curious, what was your audition process like for Snow White? Did you have to sing it all? Was it strictly acting? What was that like?
So the first part of my audition, the first round, was acting and singing. So I sent in the scene that they sent me, and then I also sent in a video of me singing "Square Root of Possible" from The Lamest Place in the World. This was not from The Lamest Place in the World. My brain is not working. "Square Root of Possible" from Jingle Jangle: A Christmas Journey. There we go.
Awesome. And what was that like? Was it nerve-wracking? Was it on tape?
Yeah, it was on tape. And then
Wow.
the second round was acting. No, it wasn't acting and singing. It was dancing and singing. So they sent me a choreography video, and I remember propping up my laptop on the dining table so I could watch it, and I practiced it in the kitchen. And when I had gotten the choreography down, I'm like, Mom, come over and see.
Oh my goodness. So, do you remember where you were when you got the role, and what was that kind of phone call like for you?
I was actually in dance practice, I think. I was in a dance class when my mom got when she got the news. So when my mom drove me home and I had gotten my snack because I was 8 at the time, I was tiny. Um, she got me on the call with my amazing manager and agent, Chelsea and Victoria. And I remember I was so stunned on the call that I actually got the role. I could not speak. I was speechless. I was jumping. I was so happy. But for some reason, words weren't coming out of my mouth. All I could say was like, "Thank you so much."
Oh my God, I love that. It's so awesome. Like it's like a life-changing phone call, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, how familiar were you with Snow White before the audition?
I had watched it quite a few times when I was little. I remember, the first time watching it was like when I was 4, maybe around
Yeah.
that time. I saw it on, I think probably like Disney Channel on TV. I was a little scared of it since I was super tiny, and then when I got the role, my mom and I decided to rewatch it, so that was when I was like 8-ish. It wasn't so scary then because I was older,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think I was quite familiar with it.
Yeah, it's so iconic. I love that. And now that you get to place like young Snow White, that's so freaking cool, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. How long did you have to keep it a secret that like you were about to be young Snow White?
I think it was about 2.5 years.
Wow. And was that tricky? Like, were you able to tell like your family like at all? Like, what was kind of that process like?
I mean, my parents knew. My parents knew.
Okay.
But aside from that, I couldn't tell like my others, family or friends. I couldn't say anything.
So I can imagine, are you in school or are you homeschooled?
I'm in school.
So like, did you have to miss school for some time and just be like, hey, I gotta go away for a little bit and go on set?
Yeah, I did. I did have a set tutor. Her name was Ellen. She was super, super sweet. But yeah, I did have to miss school. I had to miss the like second half of second grade, I think.
Wow, that's crazy, but so cool. Um, were you able to speak with Rachel Zegler, who obviously plays like adult Snow White, about the role? Like, and were you able to like coordinate any like acting, like shared moments that you could do, whether it was like mannerisms or the way that they spoke or anything like that? Were you able to kind of coordinate that at all?
On set, sadly, no, because we had limited time together. Our schedules were way different. But it is funny because we do have like the same mannerism in a way in real life. We have this thing where we smile in like a very cheeky way. Our eyes are closed, but like we have this like non-teeth grin with our head up.
Oh.
We didn't even know that we both had that mannerism until we actually saw photos comparing us both.
Wow, that's so funny. Hey, great casting,
Yeah.
right? That's what the casting directors definitely saw something, right? You guys definitely resemble a lot of each other, so it's very cool. What about Gail Gadot, the real life Wonder Woman? I mean, what was it like working with her?
It was similar with Rachel. I didn't really get to speak with her much since our schedules were different. We do have a few scenes together. I remember I was very nervous with acting with her on the first scene, but she reassured me that it was gonna be okay, and she's like, focus on me. And that really helped. And our next scene together, I was way less nervous, and she's super sweet, unlike her character, the Evil Queen, of course. But she's super sweet, Offset, and the way she gets immersed into her character is absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, it true. She's incredible, like one of the greats. And so I'm curious, like when you're around so many like adult actors, like are you able to like pick up maybe acting tips, whether directly from them or just by observing them at all?
Yeah, I think so, by observing them. On other sets that I've been on, I've seen a lot of adult actors. If they don't remember their line specifically, they will improvise it out in a way that still follows the original line. And I think that's really, really cool, whether if it's mannerisms or the actual line itself. I've learned to kind of do that in my self-tapes a bit, just kind of improvise as I went on. But yeah, I think it's definitely very cool to see other actors do what they do.
Definitely. That's awesome. I actually saw that you ended up going to Disney World or maybe it was Disneyland for the first time. What was that like? How did you love it?
It was super, super fun. I remember we stayed there from opening to closing time. We went around the entire park. My mom and I, we tried to look for Snow White. We couldn't find her. We did find the Evil Queen though.
Nice.
That
Did
was
you get a
really,
picture?
yes, I did.
Awesome. I love it.
I think my favorite roller coaster was probably the Mountain Railroad. I think that's what it's called, Mountain Railroad. Um,
Yeah, Thunder Mountain,
yeah,
right?
Thunder Mountain, Thunder Mountain.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
I remember that was the first roller coaster I had on in like 7-ish years. When I was super little, I don't know what it was about roller coasters. I just did not like them. But as I've grown older, I do like them definitely a bit more. I
Definitely.
I also want to go to Disney World. That'd be fun to go to. I also have a friend named Brooklyn Prince. She also lives in Orlando, so I think it'd be really fun to go together at some point.
Nice. All right, we'll have to make sure it happens, and then hopefully you can get a picture with Snow White at Disney World.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. Is this Snow White different from the animated one that we all like have grown to love? Or is it a bit different? And what are you most excited about audiences that come to see this movie? What are you hoping they take from it?
Our Snow White is the same Snow White we've all known and loved for generations, from the 1937 to this new one. Um, of course, with other live actions, there are a few surprises that I cannot say just yet. Um, but I definitely am excited for audiences to see what hard work and effort we've put into this movie. I really hope they like it.
I love that. Do you mind if we just do two or three rapid fire questions
Yeah,
before I
sure.
let you go? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. These are all about like your favorite Disney like characters or moments, etc.
Okay.
Um, do you have a favorite Disney song?
Waiting on a Wish or Someday My Prince Will Come from the 1937 Snow White. I love
Oh,
that.
so good. Love it. Do you have a favorite Disney princess?
Snow White, of course. Of
Great answer. How about a favorite Disney villain?
Evil Queen. Definitely.
Oh,
Her entire look, from the old one and the new one. Oh my gosh, it's stunning.
nice. Keeping it in the family of the Snow White. I love it. Awesome. Well, Emmy, this has been fantastic, and I can't thank you enough for your time and allowing us to chat with you.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on the movie.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.